Okay, hey, oh, this is great. I already sound like a feminine horse. Woo! So, I'm gonna attempt some comedy tonight, but, like, it's not gonna be funny, so just bear with me. And we're gonna make this, like, quick and painless as possible. I guess, like, the first thing you have to know is that I'm a pretty terrible person, just to begin with. I mean, I don't have any, like, goals or, like, passion in life, like, besides to marry money. That's, like, my only goal. I'm very passionate about that, and, like, I don't know, I just feel like I can really, like, conquer that. And, like, I tell my friends that all the time, and they're like, well, what are you gonna bring to the table? And I'm like, well, like, I don't know, like, this body twice a month, nothing kinky, lights off, like, we'll do it, right? That's good, we got this. Oh, just God, that's gonna be awful. But I feel like I would be, like, good in a relationship, you know? Like, I would be totally okay with him cheating on me, like, as long as I still have access to the money. Like, you, like, use his money and he doesn't touch you? Like, that's great. Like, who else doesn't want that? Like, it's great. Anyways. I mean, in case you haven't told by now, or, like, my masculine voice, I am gay. But I'm not, like, rainbows and unicorn gay. I'm just, like, never want to see a vagina again gay. Like, been there, done that, still paying for therapy. But, you know, God forbid I actually do have to go back to the whole, like, you know, putting out for 2 times a month. I've been working at my body and, like, going to the gym, and I know nothing about the gym, so I ended up asking one of my friends from high school, and, like, he's just, like, one of those people that, like, you kind of want to hate because he's, like, buff and jacked, but then, like, you kind of can't hate because he's also, like, beautiful and ridiculous and, like, has a 12-pack. Like, I shit you not. Like, no one looks like that. Anyways, long story short, you know, I can literally count, like, my male friends on one hand. Like, I have all female friends. And, like, it's, like, Dan, Evan, and, I have 3 fingers left over, so anyone wants some friends, like, right here. Yeah, I'm gonna die alone. This is great. Anyways, so I started going to the gym and, like, doing workouts with him, and he's kind of, like, really, I don't know, he's, like, your typical guy, you know? He doesn't really talk much and just, like, looks at you and just, like, makes you feel bad about yourself. It's really great. Right? And, like, especially at the gym, you know, I go up there and, like, he's just like, okay, so we're gonna start off with, like, 20, and I'm like, like, more like the 5s, and, like, I'm no hero. I pick up my weights, like, 5 pounds at a time, just like everyone else. Like, we got this. Like, no need to show off. We're totally good. But, you know, I tried, you know, and I let him know. I'm like, if I say anything or do anything that makes you feel uncomfortable, just, like, let me know, and I'll apologize right away. And I'm thinking, like, this can't possibly get any worse, because at this point, like, I totally got this. And we start working out, and everything's going great, and I find myself having to, like, ask him, like, oh, can you do that again? Like, one more time, just, like, repeat. Because I have no idea what he's doing, and he's like, okay, one more time. And, like, to be honest with you, I'm staring at his ass, because it's just absolutely stunning. Like, I don't know if it's squats or, like, what you're doing, but, like, it's working. Like, wow. And so, like, now I'm starting to feel bad, because here he is taking time out of his day to help me at the gym, and all I'm doing is staring at his ass. And so I'm like, okay, Andy, like, get your shit together. Like, you need to focus. Like, he's taking time out of his day to help you attempt to look better and feel better. And the next thing I know, I look over, and he's looking at me, and he's like, oh, your turn. I'm like, shit, I missed it again. Like, God! Like, can I not do this for once in my life? Pay attention. But you know what? It was fine, and I felt guilty, because, like, we did this for, like, 10 weeks. So, like, over 10 weeks, I felt like I finally was becoming friends with him, and I felt really guilty. I just can't do that whole, like, hitting on a friend thing, and it's just wrong. And so I texted some of my girlfriends, and I was like, do you think I should tell him that, like, I was staring at his ass? They're like, no. I'm like, really? They're like, no, Andy, everybody looks. Like, even married couples look. It's fine, don't do it. I'm like, but I feel so guilty. Like, you're not Amish, don't do it. I'm like, okay, fine, I won't do it. Like, the very next day, I'm like, I'm so sorry, I hope you don't hate me, but I've been staring at your ass for, like, 3 weeks. And he was just like, okay, thanks. Like, I don't know what else to do with that, but it's fine. But, you know, it was only for, like, a 10-week period, because I think you're like overdoing it. She's probably having a seizure. But you know, it was only like a 10-week period, and I knew that because like he went to med school because he like wants to like save lives or something. I don't know, it's ridiculous, but good for him. Yeah, right. Thank you. But so he wanted to save lives, and that's great. So he left for med school, and I totally knew that. And me being me, I'm trying to like, you know, like ask him questions, get to know him better. And you know, I was like, so what kind of like medical field do you want to go into, or do you know what you want to study? And he's like, well, I don't really pick until like the last year, but like I'm kind of leaning towards neuro. And like a normal answer would be like, oh, congrats, that's awesome. Like, but what does Andy say? Like, oh, like McDreamy from Grey's Anatomy? Like, oh, I love him. It's great. It's wonderful. Like, no. And he's just like, I think my girlfriend once made me watch that show, and I'm like, I heard you watched it. Like, girlfriend? It's fine. It's totally cool. You know, I just like do these like horrible things, and like everything's going great, and somehow he's like still my friend, and it's almost to the point where I'm like asking like, what's wrong with him that he keeps coming back to this, because this is just not at all okay. And he ended up getting a puppy, which, I mean, who doesn't love puppies? I think it's absolutely amazing. But, like, when hot people buy puppies, it's kind of not fair. Because it's like, you're already hot, you don't need the puppy. But whatever, fine. He got a puppy. And we were talking on the phone, and he was just like, yeah, I'm coming back in June, and I would love to meet your dog. Like, you can meet my dog. And I'm like, what? Like, yes, I want to meet your dog. Like, who the hell wouldn't want to meet your dog? And, like, see him. But, like, meet your dog is great. So I'm like, okay, I totally got this. And I ended up texting him just, you know, like out of the blue, like, hey, how's school going? Hope your tests are doing well and whatever. And, you know, what I wanted to say was, like, I'm wicked excited to meet your dog, because who isn't? But my phone clearly hates me, or I just, like, fat-fingered it, and it said, I'm wicked excited to see your dog. So now he thinks I want to see his penis, which is great, but, like, I don't know. I just feel like that's not going to work out for me. Who says that? So now I'm like that pervert or like the creepy person who sexed wrong, and it's just, I don't know. And it's like I can't possibly do anything else terrible. And my last time seeing him, it was at the gym, and you know, it was just kind of like, I told him I wanted something more around like the stomach area, because like I want abs. I understand I'm never gonna get them. I don't eat the right food, like Chips Ahoy's in my diet, like that shouldn't be, but I'm just not ready to give that up. And so I'm like, yeah, no, I kind of want abs, like you have them. And he's like, okay, yeah, no, I'll show you some stuff. And like, he's down on the ground doing these crunches, these like reverse sit-up curl things, or whatever he wants to call them. And he's like, yeah, I'm using my muscle in my core, and I don't know any muscles or whatever. And quite frankly, maybe I am a pervert, but like I just decided to just reach my hand right up his shirt, and it was like, what? Never again. I mean, he like tore it out quickly, and he's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I am so sorry. I did not mean to do that. Like, I don't know what happened. But, like, for those, like, I don't know, 3 glorious seconds, like, I touched all of his abs, and, like, that's still, like, one of the greatest achievements in my life. It's amazing. Highly recommend it for anyone. I mean, if you saw him, you would be like, okay, let's all take turns, but no, it's cool. And then, I don't know. But, so that's my life. Not that I'm, like, totally crushing this out of the park. Oh, my God, I'm shaking. I'm good. Okay, and then I'm just going to end it by, you know, saying that I'm very grateful that he's still my friend, and he's a very nice guy, and I'm glad that we've become friends and whatnot. But, like, you know, he's like that one weird friend that I have, because, like, he likes vaginas, and I don't get it. It's like, okay, it's fine. Like, you do you, bud. You do you. But, no, thank you. Well, thanks, guys. Sorry about that.